Hey kids, welcome to Glenn's model shop, model garage, model emporium, whatever I call it this week. Oops, camera's a bit crooked. It's been a while since I posted a video. My life's complicated. I've got lots of things on the go, and I wish I could spend more time doing the models because I got back into them there a few years ago, and I love doing it. But just other things taking priority. I build drum sets and restore real cars and all that fun stuff. So anyways, we are working on the Brooks Nascar. This model car I built when I was a kid back in the 70s when this was first issued. I have, I think, 3 or 4 in the series. I don't have the whole series. And like most of us kids, when we did it with the brushes and, you know, and all that fun stuff, and it didn't turn out very good. And I redid it once and decided, well, I'm going to heat it up and melt it for damage and make it look like it was in accidents. So I really made a mess of this. So what I decided to do was, I wasn't happy with it anyways, and it didn't serve me for any fond memory's sake, you know, to keep it that way. So the memories were like, I loved the model car, and the bad memory was, what the hell did I do to it? I killed it. So I did all the body work on this, heated up the panels, straightened them all out, and obviously I couldn't find decals, regular decals for it, and they probably would have been bad anyways. So there's a company that reissued the decals, and I'll be honest, they did a fantastic job on these decals. They even did the chroming in the letters, or the numbers on that. Just phenomenal. So I clear coated it after doing all the body work, and then put the decals on. And my thing is, I want to clear coat it again. So my dilemma is, will these decals handle the clear? Now, I'm not using any high toxic clears. I'm just using the good old Pledge floor polish stuff, and that's this stuff here, which apparently is discontinued now. Up in Canada, that's where I am. I found a bunch of bottles and have them in storage. I like the shine on it, and I'm not in shows and putting these cars in show. I do this for fun. I'm kind of revisiting my childhood and kind of correcting some boo-boos maybe on a few that I did, but I also like buying models. I've got hundreds and hundreds in storage. I'll probably never build them the rest of my lifetime, but I'm going to make a good attempt at it. So these stickers, they really adhered great to the model. I found them a little bit tricky to put the small fender decals, so on each fender I've got one decal that just did not go perfect, but I had to live with it. So, and I didn't want to wreck the model and have to start over just for a decal. So, and I have the shakes really bad, had them all my life, so putting little decals on took a lot of work actually for me. So it looks beautiful, and I really want to clear coat it. And the wing I've got separate right now. So I think what I'll do is I'm going to test it on the wing to see about the decals, if they handle it. I'm sure they will. The quality was phenomenal on these decals. So, and there's the hood. Hopefully you can see this stuff. I mean, like this hood was, I buggered this hood up too. I heated that up and bent it, and it turned out pretty damn good straight. So, this quarter panel, I had it all smashed. Whoops. This quarter panel was all smashed in. I shaped it. I heated it up and got it to reshape and The filler I use is actually like a wood filler, and it works great. I'm going to do a video on the wood filler thing because I bought some of the brand name stuff for doing bodywork, and I hated it. The wood filler stuff, I've been using it on drums and guitars when I restore them for years. So I got an odd little teeny weeny mark in this, but it turned out pretty good. So I'm going to probably clear coat it and then put the thing back together, and it's almost done. This thing's taken a while. It's kind of a labor of love. Got the wheels here, got to put a little more red on them, and then do the wheel lugs and then clear coat it. So this is what we got down here. That's the basket, or not the basket, roll cage. Wheels are over here. I'm going to kind of 3D this by making the meshes interwoven using probably a marker maybe, and try and get that wove pattern of the safety net. So, but that's it for that. We'll put that aside for now and try not wreck these with what I'm about to show you. So we got some model cars over here. Got a few of these in private sales around my hometown. Now this one is not the actual model in here, but I love the box art. It's an original old box. I love the box art more on some cases than the actual models in it. So it's got the original instructions, and it has a few parts. It has the roof to this car for that, windshield, pillar, some of the racing tires. So I like to sort all this stuff out and put it in separate drawers for storage, and eventually do some customized rat rod stuff. Very cool. Love that one. This is another one. Original box. It doesn't have the cars in it, but has tons and tons and tons of customized parts inside. Customizing parts. So lots and lots of stuff. And I love doing 57 Fords. So, like, look at all this stuff. Like, that's fantastic. So, I've sorted some of the stuff and labeled it. There's even materials and stuff this person used for the seats and the dashes, and so, I mean, for $1 you can't go wrong. And like I say, it's a full box. Like, look, of all customizing parts. So, and a very, very cool box art. So I'll put that over here. Got this model too. Somebody started, and here, I'm just going to move this back a bit. I'm probably too close for. But we're on a budget here for this YouTube channel. So there we go. Car was painted. Unfortunately, it's looks very wrinkled. Had some kind of reaction. But I'm going to make this kind of a weathered looking car. And the paint on here just went horrible. But we'll give it a bath in some spray clean, and it should turn out pretty good. And there's the hood. So I'm just going to weather this and maybe put some semi-gloss clear on it. I'm going to play around with this. Might turn out to be a fun car. There's the mags. Everything's in here. I went through it. Everything is complete. It's got the engine, everything. So yeah, I think that's 50 cents. Again, another vintage box. The cars that are in it, though, this looks like, I'm going to guess it may be an old Slingshot model, but the bigger version before they reduced the size of it, because I built one of the more modern ones and I found it really tiny compared to the old one that I built when I was a kid. I was kind of disappointed in that, but that looks like the big one. So I think I got that right for the Slingshot, if that's the right name for the car. Then we got this drag car, and it had wheels and hubs in, but some other stuff. So somebody was trying to do to make a more modern rod with it. So I'm going to kind of continue on with that. We got motors, a couple motors in here. Whether they're right or wrong, I don't know, but we're definitely going to make a cool dragster, old school dragster out of this stuff. But that's definitely old. I'm not quite sure what model that is. You can comment on it and tell me what it is. I've got a few like that. Is it it's not that Beetle monogram one? I'm not sure. So there's that. Now this is cool. A friend of mine, I helped out. He's learning drums. I'm a drummer. I'm actually a professional, like a professional drummer. So I was helping my friend with drums, and as payment, he gave me a couple of vintage models. This is Wipeout. This is like an original one. I don't know if it's reissued now, but he's built it. And he built it, but it needs to be restored. So he did paint it. I can see the paint on it. All the parts are here. So we'll get that. We'll get it all cleaned up and do it up nice and clear coated and put it with the collection. I love these flip front end cars. Drag cars. Okay. Then he also gave me this one. You can see that. Very funky Mustang model. Hope you can see that. The lighting is that great down here. But this plastic has a weird color to it. It almost looks glow in the dark. But yeah, the door is open. So he started putting that together. So I'm not quite sure what I want to do with it yet. Like the windshield, as now it's got sagged back, but it's on the bench getting ready to be worked on. But the plastic is really strange. So that's the rear axle. Looks pretty small. And decals are all in here. There's chrome. And the friend that gave me this, he's a Mustang. He owns real Mustangs, like vintage Mustangs, mint cars, like show cars. So, but he was thinning the herd, as the saying goes. And there we have decals. So, a very nice, and I think rare kit, but for me, I don't part with anything. I build them for my pure own selfish enjoyment, and this one is definitely going to be done. Just got to worry about that windshield there. But that's a very cool kit. I've never built a kit by this company. Never built a kit by this company before, so looking forward to trying that. MPC, I built lots of those when I was a kid. Obviously the Brooks Nascar is MPC, and they went together okay, not great. So then we picked up this. I bought this off a friend. This is an original pre barcode, I believe. Yeah. So I've always liked the Gulf brand, and I've got a bunch of tractors that I can put with this. I haven't made up my mind yet which one to use with it, but I've always wanted the gas truck, so, and he was nice enough to sell it to me, so. So that's the scoop right now. I've got a lot of models in the works. You can watch them on my previous videos. I'm also doing a die cast. Basically the die cast I'm doing are I'm restoring old ones of mine that I had when I was a kid. You know, and when we took our tester's paint and you know, just blobbed them on the car and painted the windshields or broke the windshields out. So I decided, well, I'm going to restore a few just for fun. So I did, and they turned out really good. Way better than I did when I was a kid, that's for sure. So this is an old Husky die cast. The roof was squashed, so I brought that back up and glued the metal with baking soda and Gorilla Glue. Seems to be holding. And just give it a little bit more sanding, and then prime it, and then give it a wonderful paint job. Don't know what color yet. So I'm hoping to have the Brooks car done very soon. I'm kind of worried about how to put the spoiler on, because I think the original had the nipples and then there were the placements, holes on the back deck lid, but those are long gone. So, because of all the repair I had to do to them. But I'll try with my shaky hands, but that kind of worries me that I'll botch something up. But like I say, I'm not a pro at this. It's just a fun hobby. It's supposed to be a stress release, but when you got shaky hands trying to put small parts, I don't know about the stress. So, and we got this car here that's next in line on the block. So that's a Rebel kit. A lot of people have built that kit. I've seen do fantastic jobs on this. I've seen Dr. Cranky do a lot. So I'm attempting to do one. I'll probably leave the fenders on this one. So I haven't made my mind up totally yet, but I think I will, just for fun. I may chop it a little bit, we'll see, but I don't know. I like it. We'll see what happens. Keep changing my mind. Okay, that's it for now. Keep you posted on this Brooks car. When it's done, I'll definitely throw some pictures up. I don't know if I have pictures of it when it was built when I was a kid. I know I have pictures of it with the damaged bodywork and that on one of my other videos. So if you want to know what it looked like at that point, just scroll through some of the past videos. Thanks for watching.